That's fine. As long as I can charge this.
This is the only one I can find quickly.
Okay.
Let me
Who
see.
has this on the thing up?
All right.
Are you looking at the official one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you trying to charge?
All right. We are officially live, ladies.
Okay.
We're waiting for Balaji. Balaji should be in any second, though, and Dio.
Are we sitting down too far on the floor?
Somebody can see you, but I'm in the way. I'm about to get up out the way in a minute.
Why am I?
Oh, it's gonna be.
Cause you hot. You've been moving around energetically. Speaking, hey, Ekale, Osaepa, hey. How y'all doing? Ekale, bye-bye, Borobaye. Let's see.
Oh, can I get on your Wi-Fi?
No.
Let me see. Let me get this. I got like dual camera jumping off here.
Right now.
So we gonna get started in about 5 minutes, trying to get everybody on. We gonna get this together. Round table. The is. We have a lot to discuss tonight. I need to rearrange. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna sit on the floor. No.
You want a chair down there?
Maybe I'll sit up because I'm sitting way down. I can see myself.
If you comfortable, let's get comfortable. You know what I'm used to having? I know y'all tired. I should have brought some.
What?
We always have popcorn.
Oh.
We always have popcorn.
Really?
Yes.
We're always eating popcorn.
You should go to the
Cold drink and some
Yes.
popcorn.
Yes.
I mean, see if I can get diet.
So we about to get y'all questions together because we are about to go knee deep. If you have not watched, I encourage you to watch.
I'm sure he is.
If you go to my YouTube, Ile Arira, we did a video the first year, the second year on the ES Roundtable, and we had great discussions. We touched on a lot of women's issues and issues in the Ifa community, Ifa Orisha community. So we're gonna give it about 5 more minutes, and we're gonna get it in. People are coming through. Come through, people. Come through. Trying to figure out where I'm going to sit.
That's not it.
You just asked me to share it with you. The Wi-Fi password. Sure, I texted it to you.
But it doesn't work.
Oh, it's the whole thing. The numbers and the letters?
Except the letters I gave you weren't right.
Oh.
Would you go put a pot on the stove with some oil in it? I'm coming upstairs.
I just looked
I
just typed it in. Yeah, I'm on.
What has to happen is the chairs have, or you have
Okay, I'll be up here.
You want to be
Yeah, I can't see you at all.
No, because this has to come.
Unless you get in the middle of you. Nah.
Question.
Let me see.
Trying to be out the way.
Let me just see.
Yes.
It's public.
Okay.
Let's find some chairs. There's some chairs over here.
There's a ton of them upstairs.
It's nothing in the shrine room?
No, it's there might be one chair in there, just one, because I think I took the rest of them outside.
Okay.
You want to get? I
Just get one chair.
Because I look crazy sitting on the ground. Jelani gonna go put the pot on. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
We're making an egg
Yes, all that. He's
Yes.
trying to get on. Hey.
Yes,
Pull it up, boy,
hey,
yeah,
couple. Come on in.
Lisa, did your phone hook up?
I don't know, because I just
It
walked
asked-
to get a chair.
Oh, okay. It asked if I wanted to share the password, and I said yes.
Oh. Let's see. I don't know where it's
You want to sit there? Where'd that chair come from?
at. I just brought it right
It's the
now.
desk chair.
Okay. You can sit right there.
It's a good chair. It just
I'm
needs
trying
to
to
be
think. I
covered.
would have to like scoot all the way back.
Or if you sit here, you could be sitting from here. Or we can, because she can cock that just a tiny bit and you'll still be able to see.
So when it says to share it, that means what? Because nothing. Share what?
Well, I don't know. It just requested. You requested a
Hosea
chair.
pa
This is the phone.
iya. All right. Let me move this over.
Oh, you're on it, aren't you?
That ain't gonna work. That okay? I guess that ain't gonna work either, huh? Yeah, that would be smart. I need another Virgo.
Mine's is falling down.
No, my camera failed.
What's that?
Yes. Thank you, Iya.
Do you need a chair?
I'm still in the way, but I'm gonna scoot back.
Do you need a chair?
Yeah, I would like a
Watch
chair.
if you scoot back, don't let your computer fall.
Yeah, I do need a chair. Thank you, Iya. Give us 2 more minutes, just 2. Just step 2. That's it. That's all I need is 2. So Jelani making popcorn?
He's getting. I'm going up there and finish it because I know he's tired.
All right, I gave you the other one. I'll put you on the other one.
Ekale, yele.
Oh.
You know what? I should just put this right here. Hold on, y'all. I ain't tech savvy, so there we go. We can kind of see the whole room right there. Yeah, that's it. That's good. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do we have everyone? Move back a little. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, we can. I'm right here. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is good. This is good. All right. Yes. Welcome to the 3rd annual Ears Roundtable. This has been a tradition now for the 3rd year. I thank, where you at, Ia? Ia Yemi for allowing this to take place. Okay. Take place, at her Elay, usually the day after her festival, after her her family E5 festival. So like to get the women together and get some wisdom jumping off. You know, my sisters, my aunties, get some wisdom. So
Yes, ooh.
I am so excited about tonight. We're going to have some deep discussions. I'm going to introduce everybody. Everybody, y'all hold up a hand or 2 or whatever. So we have Ia Yemi, Ifafa Funke, right here. And we have Ia Oshun Balaji, Ia Adejoke, Ia Oshun Yemi, Kimmy. Sorry. We have our sister Aisha, and then it's 2 more Ias supposed to be coming, but hey.
Where's
Ia Oshun Kansami just dipped out. She'll be back. I'll introduce her in a minute. And so we always have a discussion and topics on stuff. I mean, name it. You name it. We didn't talk about it. So one of the things that we kind of I saw in the invite that it was a list of questions. We're not gonna be able to touch on all of those questions today. Some of the things we're gonna leave out. We want to discuss women's issues in general. Not limiting it to Ifa and Orisha or different sects of Ifa Orisha, whether it be Lukumi or Candomblé or Trinity Baptist. We want to keep it broad to all women's rights. And so I'm leading into the Holy Odu Ifa, Ogbe Alara, or Ogbe Otura. That is the people who practice West African traditional Ifa. That came from our reading of the year in June. And that Odu specifically spoke about women leading in power this year. I mean, like that in itself. It's like no man. We already know this. We know it. You know, it's nothing that is new to us. But women is shaking and baking this year. No man can make moves without a woman's power, without a woman's decision, without the essence of a woman given to the primordial mothers Owan Iami Oshirunga. You can't do anything without the primordial energy. Period.
Okay.
So I want to get off into this discussion. I'm going to flip my camera. I'm excited about that. I'm going to read any questions, comments, or concerns that people it's going. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. My red lipstick. I'm Iyo Oyawumi. Awoshade Oshunike Egbebumi. Who else? That's it, I think. And Ifa Wemida, yes. Egbe, Oje Yemi. That's my Egongo night. Gosh, it's too many, but y'all know me as Iya Shade. So I'm about to start the little round table. Everybody gonna have a little. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this. So, if you want to, can you tend to this one? Because this is different. The questions, and if anybody have anything to say about that.
I'm on the chat.
Yes, please. You go tend to the chat.
Okay. You want to read the verse? That little
Yeah.
section?
Let me read that verse.
Okay.
Hold on.
This is from the official.
Oh, she was getting the snack.
Okay.
And then it has the English right there.
Okay. I'm only gonna do the English one. So the Odu, this specific verse, it say, and Odu E5 speaks, this year women will triumph in every way. Women are in the best position to rescue the community from disasters. Y'all hear that? Ifa says all that men cannot accomplish for the community will be achieved by women. Every man should appease the head of his mother to overcome any kind of war, be it physical or spiritual. If the mother is alive, it is necessary to also seek to know what she needs and get it for her. If she is late, appeasement is necessary, meaning if she passed away already. The items for the appeasement can be asked from Ifa. And then it goes into the Yoruba, saying, the war that a man fought without success, which a woman won successfully, should be referred to as Oniye Tunye war. The war that a man fought without success, which a woman won successfully, should be referred to as Oniye Tunye war. Ogun's mother is called Arobaja. It is Ogun's mother who always makes Ogun victorious. That's deep. That is absolutely deep. Like, you cannot even women as women, you can't sit up here and bash other women. There's no way to step on another woman's back without propelling her up. You understand what I'm saying? We supposed to uplift each other, not cause strife and gossip and warfare amongst, so we really gotta get into it. What say you, Io Shunikantami? And this is Io Oshunikantami, Egbe Ifa. Yes. This is my elder, and Ia Yemi is my elder as well. So I wanted to, what's your thoughts on that? Yeah.
I think on what you just said or in general.
And I let's go off of this verse, off of what I said from the verse.
Okay. That's interesting perspective, because there in the Lukumi tradition, I know that there is conversation about Ogun's relationship with his mother, who in many cases is Yemunja. Mm-hmm. So then it talks about challenges between the two of them because of Ogun's, just his nature. But at the same time, what I have witnessed is that Ogun still relies heavily on his mother and is respectful to his mother, even though there are challenges between, or can be challenges between the two of them as far as seeing eye to eye. There is still a level of respect and a level of need between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that as mothers and as elders, I think we have the first responsibility. Now, somebody might not agree with that, but I think we have the first responsibility towards our children, being the elders and having a certain degree of, what should I say, wisdom and tolerance and gentleness of character, Iwa. Those are the things that we are teaching our kids. So if we choose to go sideways with our kids because they go sideways with us, now certainly that is not in all cases, because if our children, any of them, are doing things that are illegal, that's another story. We cannot continue with that, particularly if they're grown. But at the same time, I think we're still somewhat responsible for holding them accountable for their behaviors and being somewhat patient with them as they figure it out. Knowing that every child, even though they're not a child, they still came out of us. Yeah. And we're still the elders, so that we still have to not give up on our kids. Especially during these times when things are already rough across the board. Yeah, it's crazy. And then they're also rough if you have male children, African American male children. If you have African American female children, I mean, look at Breonna Taylor, look at Floyd. All of this is going on. So if we choose to participate in not being bothered with our kids, or, well, I don't like the way you act, so I'm going to just kick you to the curb, who are they going to have? Yeah. And that's unfortunate. But see, that's why I like Ifa. Because you go to Ifa, you go to Alegba, you go to your Ori, you go to your ancestors, you go to your primary Orisha, and you say, look, I need help with this. Yeah. And that's what you get, instead of trying to do it all yourself or trying to do what society tells you you should do. Because sometimes there are extenuating circumstances.
It really is. And it's tough.
Or your Egbe. You don't know who. Since Egbe, I know I'm going kind of off, but since Egbe helps the foreign personality before we even get here, right? We don't know what they came with necessarily. So to just, it could be tiring, but we find our strength from someplace. We do.
That's a word right there. It can be tiring. I'm a mother of 3 boys, and it is. You mother of 2 boys, so it's like, yo, can I get a let up? Can I get a let up? It is challenging. Can I get a let up? Yeah, you a mother of 2 boys too. Can I get a let up? Can I get a let up? Oh my God. Anybody else want to chime in on that? On specifically Ogbe, Lara? Yeah.
Yes. First, greetings to everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. I see everybody here who's logged in, so we really are grateful that you came to share with us this evening. And please let us know your questions or comments in the chat.
Yes.
In the chat. Just a little bit about the Ogbelara. Ogbelara says that this year your victory, your wealth will be in the appeasement of women. But that appeasement is just not an appeasement that men must make. It's one that we should all make. Yes. And this year, like the last 4 years, if I say, you will remember women. You will not disrespect women. And that goes for all of us. And this year is not the year to be disrespecting women.
Yes, I
shall. Fighting women. Because you never know who you're fighting. And you bring lots of problems on your own self. And so, and our Lord once told me, the way you greet women, the way you greet elder women is the same way you greet Orisha. Yes. So you will.
Well, we the first gods. Women is the first god.
In the same way you bring a little present, you bring a little appeasement, you be nice. I
hope my husband hearing this. Bring a little present, or
put put your head down. So, that one, and also to here, if you are practicing anything Yoruba, whether it is traditional, whether it is lukumi, candomblé, you are practicing Yoruba culture because Yoruba culture is Yoruba spirituality, is Yoruba culture. And in Yoruba culture, no king can stand without the woman behind him.
Ashe.
Therefore,
That's the culture. That's not even the religion. That's the culture.
And that's just about every
Yeah, like
culture.
period.
I'm getting the chills. And so that's why in this advice of that Ogbelara, yes, the man will be successful. If the man is having a war, it is the woman that will help help them conquer that war.
That's right. That's right. That's a fact. It's it's and another thing. Let me flip this right quick. So about not just men. Just, you touched on that. Just not just men honoring the divine feminine or women, but women. We gotta respect one another. What is going on? I see people come up in my timeline. They want to be yoni steaming. They want to be goddess worshipers. They want to be all of this, but do not respect women.
Oh, but they still fighting women.
Gossip. They be dragging women after women. Some of these witchy poo groups, they want to do spells on women because they feel offended emotionally. They triggered because they got issues that they have with their mother that's coming up. Get some healing. What for your trauma, the healing that the trauma you have with women, whatever that may be, whether it's your mother, grandmother, whether it's inherited curses, because we inherit transgenerational curses from our mother's 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 mother. Understand that. It is our duty to stop that shit. It's our responsibility. It's accountability. You should not be doing these spells and all this against other women and all. Go heal. So you can heal your family and heal your community. That's it. Like, period. Let me try to bring you on, Ia. Oshun Yo Ying. Try to bring her.
Damisi saying obstruction from the elevation of women will be removed this year. Facts.
Bam. That's it. I don't hear you, Ia Oshun Yo Ying.
Sometimes you're trying to bring somebody on the video.
But you know what? I'm on my data. You got to be on, I think, Wi-Fi. So if I get on Wi-Fi, I think it'll turn off. Somebody got to bring her. She not on there. She on my personal.
Oh, I have something to say when we get on to a different that one verse of Old Bay Lara.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm not rushing things.
No, okay. Yeah, we got a little time. Where the wine at? Somebody, please get the wine. Please get the wine.
We got the glasses.
So that's extremely important to address those transgenerational curses that we have with our mothers. You know how many women that I come across that hate their mother? Oh, I can't stand my mother. I can't. You know how many women are cursed by their mother? Like, Ifa talks about one of the worst curses that mankind can come across is the curse from your mother. Yes. If your mother does not pray for you, if your mother gives you curses you, and I'm not talking about cuss words, I'm talking about curses you, and not help you to be progressive. You gotta heal that. It's a lot of women that don't want to that want to walk away from the mental ill, and I get it. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of work. I had an issue with my mom, and I went to Ifa. I had took a specific prayer, a worry prayer on forgiveness, and I was very upset. And I went to Ifa. I did my Ojoshe, and I said this prayer after my Ojoshe. And I had intent. And what I say, what I get from my personal training, she says, be deliberate. When she's telling me to do my exercises, And don't do them fast. Don't do them quick. Be deliberate. And so I had to be deliberate in that prayer, because you can say prayers all day. That don't mean it's going to be accepted and it's going to be heard. That don't mean your intent is pure either. If you say a prayer, you can be just saying something out your mouth. That don't mean the energy followed behind it, and that it will manifest into making something change. When somebody learn the power of that, that shit will shift everything. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you hear me? I don't think y'all hear me. No, I don't think y'all listening. Okay, wait a minute. You got me. So what do you say? What say you on this Ogbe Lara about?
Well, I mean, to go on the point about the families, things like that, yeah. I mean, personally, like I was just responding to someone who said they can't imagine hating their mother because, their mother's their best friend. And I just said, that's a real blessing, because so many people don't have that story. I have heard so many different stories from friends, acquaintances. I'm one of those people that people tend to just tell their life story to. Yeah. So I've heard a lot. My mother is a retired educator, so she had stories from her students. There's so much pain. And my father was abused as a child. Has a lot of, I don't know that side of my family, basically, because there was so much stuff going on that my mother didn't even want me exposed to them. So there's a lot going on with people, and like Iomi was saying, at some point, you have to realize that you don't have to be what happened to you.
That's deep.
That's a word. And go above that some kind of way, whatever that healing is. That forgiveness doesn't. A lot of people have issues with the word forgiveness and think it's some horrible thing, or it's weak or whatever. Forgiveness doesn't have to involve that other person.
No, it's for you. It's not for them.
It's for you, not for them. And you don't have to even use that word if you don't want to. I know it's loaded, but really it's about releasing it, letting it go, so that it doesn't control you. So that your 6, 7, 8, 10-year-old self is not controlling the rest of your life as a 40, 50,
60-year-old. Yes.
And that's really why we have to do this healing. So, and because I know some people listening to this are like, I can't forgive. So, because there are people who've been practically tortured by the people who were supposed to take care of them. And so that's very understandable. That's very real. You'll never have to be around those people again, but you have to some kind of way release that pain so that you can move forward in your life and be the best person that you can be for yourself. And if you have kids already and you're trying to heal through all this and raise somebody else, just all of that is very, very important. Just heal from that. So try not to get caught up on forgiveness. Try not to get caught up on the idea that you have to hug this person next time you see them. It's not about that. It's just do it for you. Make it a selfish thing. Make it about you and how you want to feel better, and you want to be better, and you want to live your best life. Make it about that.
Ashe. Thanks, Ia. Wow. Are they joking?
We mask up because I'm very passionate about this topic. Greetings, everybody. So, what I really appreciate about what Omi just said is that we all come from different experiences and perspectives. So there is no judgment with how you go about your healing and your restoration. Family experience in the diaspora, or maybe even globally, everybody's been traumatized, unfortunately. And there is nothing new under the sun. So some of the things that we inherit in our families go from the petty mental, emotional abuse to the grimiest of physical, sexual exploitation, trafficking. Like, there's a whole spectrum of things that have been placed on the bodies of children, and we are all children. So it takes time. Be gentle with yourself, be graceful with yourself, and get the help that you need in all the ways that it comes. It's not just going to be the spiritual rituals. It's also going to be going to the therapist. It's also going to be, you know, exercising healthy boundaries. It's going to be, you know, your self-care. And like Iomi said, you know, you don't have to let what happened to you be the totality of you. But it takes time. Frederick Douglass said it is better to build strong children than to repair broken men.
Oh, God. That's what we're going through now.
Yes, and many, many generations of broken relationships. Sometimes there's stuff that's happening in you, within you, that is the result of what happened to your great-great-great-grandmother's mother.
Sometimes. It's all the time for us in the diaspora.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look up one day and you're like, well, whose stuff is this? Like, really? One more thing? So I definitely understand that. And, you know, full transparency, I am one of those daughters that has a broken relationship with my mother. And going through many years of understanding what her traumas were, what her abuse was, it is impossible to give what you don't possess. And I understand that, but at the same time, you know, forgiveness, again, it is not for the other person, it is for you. Holding on to that anger, that bitterness, it's understandable, but it's like drinking the poison. We've heard this analogy. You drink the poison and expect the other person to die.
Right. That ain't going to happen.
It don't happen that way, though. So
that ain't going to happen.
So you will experience various degrees of forgiveness. It doesn't mean picking up the phone every day. It doesn't mean every time you look up, you visited in each other's homes. It means that you can go to sleep at night knowing that you have honored your Ori, you've honored your destiny, and you have not dishonored your mother. Knowing that you have honored. And let the shrines, like Ia Barbara said, let the shrines work it out for you. Because they will.
They sure will.
I have a hand up.
Yes, yes.
If we could segue a little bit to one of the other verses. Actually, the first verse that came up with Oak by Lara. Greetings to everybody who's out there. I haven't looked at the chat, so I'm not sure who all we have. I know all of us are affiliated with people who are in the traditional community, whether we're in the Yoruba tradition or whether we're in the Lukumi tradition or whether we're in Condomble or Voodoo or Akan. And then there are others who are not in the traditional Yoruba community or traditional African communities at all. And I extend my just shift the conversation just a little bit to include.
You turned all the way down?
So the first verse that came from the for Obe Lara this year was essentially around us all not to be persecuting each other because of the different ways that we choose to bind back to God. So it's not really just about we're talking primarily from our perspective at this moment as initiates and practitioners in the ways that were handed down by our ancestors from way back. But that is not to discount that there is Ashe in Christianity. That's not to discount that there is Ashe in Islam. So to that extent, as we're talking about moving forward, I believe that the first of all, Ifa spoke to that. Initially, the very first verse that came in the Yoruba Ifa reading of the year spoke to being in solidarity across religious boundaries within our community. and that would be something that would become our strength. So I appreciate that, because I think that we will build a lot stronger community if we can stop being, what was the term? Yeah, about being selectively ignorant.
Yes.
We don't want to be selectively ignorant, and so and to the extent that I can, I want to. Oh, I got pants on.
Yes,
I
you
guess
do.
I'm not neat, huh? Been working here.
You have.
I've been working.
You've been
okay?
working.
Is this better? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I wasn't being ladylike.
No, that's okay.
No, she couldn't see you at all.
Oh, I thought you meant that the way I was sitting was not camera ready, because I got the dresser over here. She get me straight. So to that end, I want what I want to say is I'm hearing what our sisters are talking about healing, and I'm hearing what we're talking about prayer, and hearing what we're talking about bonds with women and being supportive of women, and I just felt the need to reinforce that this is not an exclusive type of prayer or healing.
Right.
It is a collective community type of support that at least from my perspective, and I believe I can speak for the women here. So we all need to be praying together, because we all have, many of us have children.
Yeah.
Many of us have husbands. Many of us have brothers. Many of us have mothers. We have fathers. We have loved ones that we want to pray for. So we don't want to, I don't want to say I pray for the people in my community, but not those people over there.
Right. Right.
You know, I don't think any of us want to be on that page. I think that as people here in America in particular, if we're really paying attention to some of the things that we're seeing on a daily basis in our country, we should be praying together for our community. You know, we're going to need to leave our faith, and whether we call and believe in Jesus, or whether we call and believe in Allah, or whether we call and believe in Ifa and Orisha, or whether we call and believe in Yame, we are, my prayer and my ask for people listening to this is that we just be at peace with each other, and that we can pray together, because what we all want is to walk well in the world. We want protection for our young people. We don't want to see our children be the next Philando, or the next George, or our daughters to be the next Brianna. I don't want to see that. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. You know, and we should pray. I think the prayers of the mother, there is an Odu, if I can remember, I don't remember what the Odu was. I've quoted it on my Facebook page on Mother's Day, that talked about it's your mother who's your progenitor. You know, it's because your mother prayed for you that you had good fortune. You know, we bring these children to the world, and we pray for them. And prayer, I've been taught, is like building a house. Brick by brick, by piece of stick by piece of stick. We have to keep praying and keep praying and keep praying and keep praying and keep praying. And once we build up that energy, you know, we are more fortified. Our families are more fortified. Our children are more fortified. Us as women, for us to really, if we can drop those divisions, religious divisions, cultural divisions. There's so many that we could come up with, but just to try to be on one accord.
Okay, so I see some people saying this is cutting in and out. I'm gonna take it to Wi-Fi. I mean, this is gonna drop off. So give me a second. This is gonna drop. Oh, okay. So I'm going to reshift. You can always go to the invite if you've seen the invite and load up over there. It's really stable. So let me switch off. Give me 1 second.